Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video we are talking all things fall. We are talking prepping, planning, the fun activities that we're hoping to do, and some very specific New England things that I am wanting to get done this fall. So if you're here to talk about all things trends, what I plan to do for home decor this year, and all the fun activities we're going to be planning, then you are here for the right reason. Let's go ahead and get started. Thanks for being here. So last night I sat with my family and I made a note section of some things that we want to do this year, some activities we want to do, I have it listed as New England stuff. However, it doesn't say stuff, it says New England grown-up word. Some recipes that we definitely want to make sure that we're eating, and maybe some new recipes that we want to try, and some home decor that I would like to try out this year. Last year, I shared this video here where I talked all about my plans for decorating my house for fall, and you guys loved it, and I loved it. And it helped me create like a plan of what I wanted to do, and I then had a shopping list that I worked off of, and I tried really hard not to buy things that were not on that shopping list. This year I'm feeling a little bit different. I have some visions in my head of what I want to do, but really the primary thing is I just want to try to see, what I can work with the things that I have. I did do a little bit of fall shopping at Hobby Lobby already, and I'm planning, my mom's here visiting, and we're planning to head to Michael's later today because I'm dying to see what they have. People have told me, you got to get over to Michael's, so I'm going. But I also wanted to be able to kind of just like re-envision the things that I have and what I can do with those as well. So that is one of the things that I'm planning on doing. I found some great pictures on Pinterest that I'm going to share with you, and we're going to talk about things that I already own that I can use to make those Pinterest visions come to life, if you will. But I also just kind of wanted to talk to you about, some of the things that we love to do to make the most of the burr months. And living in New England, it's very easy to literally just sit on your front porch and just feel so enveloped by the season. I can't wait to share a fall home tour with you because we're gonna spend a lot of time like looking at the scenery and just how beautiful things are. So before we go any further, I wanted to share with you this new like sweater situation I picked up at Walmart yesterday. I feel like this looks very expensive, but it's not. It's got like buttons that go all the way up. So if you're chilly and you need that to go all the way up, I have it just kind of unbuttoned and open. It has a drop sleeve, which I think is very fun and something different. It's got like a heathered look to it, and it came in multiple colors. I want to say they had it in cream, this like purpley maroon color. I want to say they had it in a sage color, and then this blue, which I think the blue was the best. I just loved the color. I will link it for you down below. I found it yesterday at my Walmart. So I think it was like $19.98 or something like that. I don't know. It was very, very affordable. I want to buy them in every color. So I have a feeling this will be one of those viral sweaters. I hadn't seen it until today. I saw one influencer that I follow on Instagram, I saw her show it, which was so funny because I was like, I literally just got that yesterday. But I have a feeling that once people start to see this, it's going to go viral. So if you have a Walmart near you, grab it. Otherwise, get it online while you can. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. It's so cozy. I feel like you can dress it up, dress it down, and it'll last like, through, it'll last through the season. It's been chilly here, shockingly. And I say chilly, it was like 65 degrees when it's been hot and muggy, pretty much all summer. So, okay, so let's talk about home decor and what I am planning this year for fall home decor. I'm just pulling up the pictures on my phone that I saved from Pinterest so that I can see them when I'm talking about them with you. The number one picture that I want to share with you, and this is probably like the number one inspiration picture, is this one right here. It has the Crocs with the different heirloom pumpkins on top. I am obsessed with this picture. I love everything about it. I've told you guys before, I love just kind of those freestanding crocks like this. And then to have the stacked pumpkins, which is just such a pretty look. I want to do a lot of stacked pumpkins this year. But I love this. I think it's so pretty. I love the different colors, and I feel like I can very easily, like this picture could have been taken in my own home. I could very easily make this happen. And this would be, you know, a pretty affordable thing to do. I know for me, I don't typically buy pumpkins from pumpkin patches. They're fun to go to. Pumpkins are expensive at pumpkin patches. However, at my local grocery store, I do see heirloom pumpkins like this all of the time for like $6 or $7, which is great. I would love to invest in some faux pumpkins that look really nice, just because that way I can add them to my decor and I can just reuse them. That would be ideal. But if I can't find what I'm looking for, or, you know, maybe I just get a couple of real ones and a couple of faux ones and then add some every year, maybe that's a little bit more budget friendly. I don't know, cost effective, but I just think that these are really beautiful, and this is such an easy, really, really easy and simple way to decorate for the fall. Another picture using Crocs, because I love them. I know you guys have seen them here on my channel. I know so many of you love them too and collect them. It's my favorite thing to hunt for when I go antiquing. And this picture right here has this gorgeous antique Croc with the number 2 on it. I have this Croc, you guys. I own this Croc. And it was living on my dining room table for a long time. It's now downstairs in like my home decor storage area. I don't have it out right this second, but this will be very easy to duplicate. And so I love this. If you look at the picture closely, I'm pretty sure this has those same Amazon seeded eucalyptus stems. I have talked about these so many times. I've shown them to you 100 different times. I have them living on my dining room table right now. I love them. They're so pretty. They're very realistic. And I just love that this is kind of twiggy. It's got those limelight hydrangea that are turning color. I love those. I'd love to find some faux ones so that they'll last for a longer time. But if I can't, I can always go out and get some from my yard. But those are so pretty, and you can dry those. I know that Amy Fritz here on YouTube, if you guys watch my channel, you probably watch her channel. I know that she dries a lot of her hydrangea and brings them into her home for the whole fall season, winter season. And it looks really, really beautiful. I would love, like I said, to find some faux ones that will just keep their shape and color and be consistent. These I think are real. They look real to me. The seeded eucalyptus does not look real, but the hydrangea look real. And I also think that the silver dollar eucalyptus in this picture is real. But this will be very easy to recreate, and this would make a stunning centerpiece on my table, I think. I just love it. And I think for me, I have a lot of greenery in my house, and that's actually a complaint I hear from a lot of people when I do my seasonal decorating, is that like my plants throw it off. And while I understand that, last year I did move some plants down to the basement and they died, so I won't be doing that again this year. But I like to just have a little bit of that like live greenery or the look of live greenery with your fall decor. I just think it looks really nice. And I plan to start decorating when school starts. So at the end of August, like right around the Labor Day week, you know, the week before Labor Day, weekend into Labor Day is my vision for when I'm going to start decorating. And the trees outside will not be orange by then. So, you know, I want to have a little bit of like, you know, real greenery look in my home at the same time that I have those other things. So this picture I can very easily recreate, and I think it will be stunning on my dining room table. Last one with the Crocs is this picture here. This is actually a picture of a front porch utilizing the Crocs and beautiful mums. I also love the basket. Oh, this one doesn't have a basket. This one does have a crate, which is another thing I'm going to talk about. But again, it has the stacked pumpkins. I love the stacked heirloom pumpkins. I love the Crocs with the mums. So pretty. I definitely think I'm going to be investing in some faux mums this year. I can't keep moms alive to save my life. Please tell me, some of you down in the comments, that you are gardeners and you can't keep your moms alive either, because I feel like if I can do these other things, I should be able to keep the mums alive, but you guys, I can't do it. I can't do it. I never know how much water they need. I know that they like to drink a lot. So I've seen like the bottom watering. I've done all of the things and I just can't keep them alive. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I think what I'm gonna, and they also die the first, you know, at the first frost, which in November, we have the first frost. I know like we see these pictures of New England in November. New England is is leafless. There's no leaves in November. Like they have all fallen off by then. And it gets really chilly. And so you can get, you know, some nights where it's so cold that these poor little moms just aren't having it. And I hate having to bring them in every time or cover them. So I'm thinking I'm going to invest in some foam moms. I saw some on Amazon that looked pretty decent. Of course, it's a picture, so who really knows? But I figured if I order them now, I can give you an honest review and tell you before you guys go spend your money. And if I hate them, I can just return them. I have no problem returning things to Amazon. So I have no problem getting them, and if they look great, I'll share it with you. So the 50% of you out there that struggle with keeping your moms alive like me will hopefully be able to have an alternative. But I love this. I've got those 2 big Crocs out on my front porch, and I would love to be able to use them on my steps. You know, this definitely has more steps than mine does. I only have 1 step down, so I could put something on the top, on the 1 step, and then on the floor, like on the walkway. But I like those Crocs. As I already mentioned in that one picture, the other thing that's here in this picture is the crate. I love the crate. This is something I'm gonna be looking for this season or in this year. I have already created a Facebook Marketplace like notification tag to notify me when there are wood crates like this. I've seen them at my Scranton's, my local antique shop that I love so much, Scranton Shops, which my mom and I are gonna go to tomorrow. I can't wait. But I want to have them. So this picture here shows like those crates stacked. I am in love with this picture. I love it. I love that it's got like the prairie grasses and it's got, you know, the fall leaves, that white pumpkin. It's got the flannel. I love flannel. And I just think that wood element of the crates is so pretty and so warm and inviting. And I want to use it inside and outside. So this year we have the fire pit area to decorate, which is going to be so fun. I want hay bales and wooden crates and pumpkins galore and like all the things, right? Cozy blankets. That will be so beautiful. But I also would love to have some crates to style here inside. I can put them on the bottom shelf of my sofa table, which I think would be really, really pretty. And if I found some that were a little bit smaller, I could use them on the hutch or on the entryway table. And I just think they're so pretty and so rustic, and they just bring in, you know, a really fun, you know, indoor, outdoor feel. Another content creator that I love to watch is Ashley Hughes. Hanging with the Hughes. I'm sure you guys have followed her. She's had a tough year. My heart goes out to her. Her home is stunning and her decorating is my favorite. I love it. She is a maximalist like me. She's got that cottage farmhouse vibe. Hers is more like European cottage. And it's just stunning and everything she does is gorgeous. But the way that she decorates for the fall and Halloween is my favorite. My favorite. It's just so pretty and cozy. Nothing she ever puts out is, you know, is devoid of that cozy vibe. I just love it. And she always talks about, for the fall, decorating her mantle as if it's a front porch. And I love that. So that to me can be achieved with some of these wooden crates. And so I definitely want that. I can use them out on my back deck. That would be so pretty. So that's something I'm definitely going to be hunting for this year. The last picture that I want to share with you is this picture here. It looks like it's of a kitchen because it's got the glass jars with the flour. In the windowsill, if you see there, it's got copper. It looks to me like they're copper cookie cutters. They could be copper like candy molds or cake molds, but they look like cookie cutters to me. It looks like there's light inside of them. I could be wrong, could be reflection. But also in this picture is that bowl, that big, beautiful bowl of the little pumpkins. And I love this. I think it's so pretty. I don't know what the black item is on the tray next to the pitcher. Oh, I'm sure one of you will know out there. It does look to me like it's some kind of vegetable or something. I don't know. But I love that big bowl with the pumpkins, and I also love those copper cookie cutters. So for the 4th of July and right now, I have some antique cookie cutters in my hutch. Let me grab one. So again, at Scranton's, my favorite, Scranton Shops, my favorite antique store, I picked up these adorable little like old antique cookie cutters that are all rusted. And I just put them like this in the hutch so they, you know, are on display. I also picked up this biscuit cutter. Again, just have it like such. So it's on display right now in my hutch. They live together. But for the fall, I would love to find some that are patinaed copper. These in this picture look like they're brand new copper, like they don't have like that green patina to them, which is fine. That would be equally as beautiful. So if I can't find any coppered that are, you know, from the antique store or thrift store or anything like that, then I can just do new ones. But I do love that. I love how they're on display. I love the 3 of them like that. Just so pretty. Copper is so pretty in the fall. I have a copper pitcher that I'd love to put out and use for stems, you know, in the fall. So love this picture. It's so cozy, and definitely having a big bowl of little pumpkins like this. Last year we did it in the dough bowl. This year I want to do it in a bowl like this. And if I could find one that looks like galvanized metal like this, that would be even better. The last picture that I want to share with you is just some front porch inspiration. I already showed you the one with the Crocs, and this picture here has the basket. I do love that basket that has the greenery and the florals. Looks like mums, and love the ornamental cabbage. We'll definitely be having those. Those are my favorite. I see there is some, it looks like coleus still back there, some like sweet potato vine. It also looks like there maybe are some marigolds back there. I can't tell. But very, very pretty. And she's got magnolia wreaths on the door, which is stunning. But I love that basket, that natural fiber basket with those pumpkins stacked inside. Like, so cute. Definitely want to add something like that on my porch. I was thinking I could even do it on the table on my porch if we did, like, it looks to me like a bounty basket, like a bountiful, you know, you've gone out into your, you know, yard and you've picked all your bounty and then you've brought it back. Like, that would be great to just have on that little table on my front porch. So we will try to recreate something like that. So those are the pictures that I'm using as inspiration this year. I still love fall tiered trays. I still love fall saying signs. I still love, you know, all the fun shelf and table decor that is for fall. I love all of those things, you guys. And so I'm still going to be utilizing those. I'm still a maximalist at heart. So even though I'm showing you these pictures that maybe don't have a ton of decor in their home, please know, I'm still gonna style my house up, and we're still gonna have a lot of stuff. Those are just some things, some elements that I definitely want to bring in. So with all of that being said, let's talk some fall activities on our list this year. I tried to keep it small. There's not a ton of things that we, you know, have to do. I talked to you in my summer video about my thoughts behind a bucket list and how they can lead to feelings of discontent. So be mindful when you're creating a bucket list for yourself of any kind, that you are not going to add things to it that will leave you feeling like you missed out at the end of the season if you didn't cross them off. So we're not doing a bucket list, but we are going to talk about things that we want to make sure that we have in the forefront of our mind when, you know, enjoying family time during the season. One of those is a corn maze. We have never done a corn maze as a family. I've always been so like stressed in my own mind because I've created this thought and theory in my head that we're going to get lost. We're going to be there until the end. Nobody's going to be able to help us out. And, you know, whatever. I know that that is very rare, right? And maybe we be smart and we go with like a seasoned corn maze goer. And that would be a lot of fun. But I know my family and my husband is very good at I'm actually really good at directions too, so I'd probably be fine. But that is something we want to do this year, is the corn maze. Another thing that I thought might be fun is taking my kids to a haunted house. I remember when I was a kid, I love to go to haunted houses with my friends during the Halloween season. Like, you know, you go, you stand in the line, you pay, you pee your pants the whole line, and then you get in there and you're like, this really wasn't that scary, but it's super fun, but I'm terrified because I built it up in my head. I would love to do something like that with my kids. They've never been in any kind of haunted house except for the Haunted Mansion, and real haunted houses. Like, we've been to houses where people have had ghosts, including us. But I just think that that would be a lot of fun. Can't guarantee I'm gonna go in there myself. But I can guarantee I will force my children to go in. I have 2 teenagers. My oldest son will be 16 in January. So he loves all things scary, spooky, any scary movie. He's seen it. He's one of those kids that like rolls his eyes at the jump scares. So he can take his little brothers, and I think it would be so much fun. My youngest will be 9 in September. So he'll be 9. So I'll have 9, 10, 12, 15, and 17 this fall. And I think it'd be just so much fun for us to go. I feel like that's like a rite of passage as a kid. You got to go to like one of those weird haunted houses on the corner somewhere. There's like a haunted hayride around here that we could do too. So I got to see if I can find a haunted house. I'm sure I can. The last thing that I have in like the front of my mind for the fall season this year that I would like to make sure that we're mindful of is movie nights. We used to be so diligent about movie night. We had movie night every Friday night in this house. It was pizza and movies every single Friday. The kids always knew you don't make plans on Friday night. Like, there's no sleepovers being had, none of that stuff, because that's family time. And we have gotten away from that as my kids have gotten older. And like my big kids have plans and things like that, but I think I'm going to try to reinstate them for the fall season. And even if everybody can't be together, like if my big kids have plans with their friends, especially now that my daughter can drive and can go do whatever she wants, my little kids still deserve that. You know, I still have a child that's only 8. And he'll be, like I said, 9 in September. So we are for sure going to be having Friday night movie nights and pizza. And we have a list. We always have these lists of movies that we want to watch for Halloween. And we typically wait until October to start watching them. But I've decided we're not doing that because we can never get through them all. So especially because when my kids were really little, we didn't have like sports and stuff during the week, where now there's like always something every day. So we're going to start this early. Like, we're going to start this in like August. And we're just going to start watching all our favorite fall and Halloween movies and make sure that we're getting those in. There's no rule book that says we can't watch Halloween movies in September. So now that we've talked general activities, let's talk New England stuff. So I feel like it's a little unfair to do this portion of the video because not everybody lives in New England, but at the same time, I know a lot of you do. And there are some things that I have just wanted to do during the fall season that I am going to make them happen this year, because this summer has taught me that life is too short to wait until you have all the time in the world to do things. And if there's something you want to do with your family, do it now. And so there's some things that we want to do this fall that are New England things. One of those is a Gilmore Girls tour. And Michaela and I talked about doing this last year. We never got to do it. You have to keep a very close eye on the leaves, because once they change fast and then they fall off. And so I want to keep an eye on when the best leaf show is going to be, so that we can go on this Gilmore Girls tour together. I will link it for you down below, but basically what it is someone has, driven all over Connecticut and found places that resemble or give the same feeling as different things from Gilmore Girls. So if you are not a Gilmore Girls fan, this is probably not something you'd be interested in, but for Michaela and I, we are huge fans. And there's a diner that you can go to that's very similar to Luke's, and like there's an inn that you can go to that's very much like either the Independence Inn or the Dragonfly Inn. I don't remember. I haven't looked at it since last year, but it is something that we want to do, and we're going to make it happen this year. definitely going to make it happen this year. Along the lines of that is leaf peeping. We are proud leaf peepers. And if you don't know what a leaf peeper is, a leaf peeper is someone who goes out and like goes on drives, you know, during the beautiful fall season. And honestly, I just think that sometimes, you know, the people who make fun of us for being leaf peepers, I think are just people who have lived here for their whole lives and maybe it's lost its, you know, magic a little bit. But for us, this will be our 4th fall living here, right? Yes, our 4th fall. And it is just so beautiful. Like you just cannot get the same gorgeous scenery that you do in New England anywhere else. I'm convinced. And so going out on some leaf peeping, keeping an eye on when the best weekends are going to be. And Danny and I would like to do a little weekend, little miniature trip up to Vermont, just the 2 of us, and do some leaf peeping and, you know, just some connection time. So that's something that I want to do, something on the list. Some other things, last year we went to Salem. We try to go to Salem every single October. I know that people who live here are like your bananas, go to Salem any other time because you live here and you can, because everybody else comes to Salem in October. But you know what? That's because it's the best. Like it's the best time to go. It's so fun. And, you know, you go drive past the places from Hocus Pocus, like so fun. And Danny and I went last year. We did not have a plan. Normally when we do anything, Disney, vacations, I do lots of research beforehand and I create an itinerary for us. And I did not do that when we went to Salem this time. I was like, we've been so many times. We'll just go see the things we want. But you guys, why didn't I have a plan? You gotta have a plan. So I'm going to make one this time, and where we're gonna eat, what we're gonna see, what we're gonna do, and we're definitely going to make more of it. And we're gonna get down there way the heck earlier. We got down there so, it was like 9 a.m. It felt so, maybe 10. It was so late. There was no parking. We're gonna get there at like 6. One of the other things is Michaela's best friend is moving here from Washington. They were best friends since they were 4 years old in Las Vegas. And she's moving here and going to Yukon. So I told Michaela we should go down and do like a cool Yukon tour, like during the fall. And then of course the county fairs. Best part of like the start of the school year is the county fair time. And we live in a place where there's like county fairs all around us. I can think of 3 off the top of my head that have excellent fairs, and they're so much fun, and you eat so much food and you go on so many rides, and it's a blast. So those are my New England-y things that I definitely want to make sure we do this year. And it's just, I love to celebrate where we live because I love it so much. Let's talk about my cozy fall reading list. This summer has reminded me how much I love to read. I actually have, my son is sitting out on the front porch right now, my 8-year-old, devouring books. He has been reading the Dogman books, and I think today he's reading a Captain Underpants because he's waiting for a new Dogman book that's coming. But I have loved in just reminding myself how enjoyable reading is. And I told you guys this in the summer, that was something I wanted to do. And it's something I want to continue into the fall. Luckily, Pinterest has done all of the work for you. You don't even have to like go scour the store, although going to the bookstore is also such a cozy thing to do during the fall, during any time of year. But Pinterest has lots of different reading lists for you. So one of the books that I want to read, and I told Michaela that I want to read it and then I want it to just live somewhere out here, like on, I don't know, on the TV sideboard or the sofa table or something. But it's this book called The Bake Shop at Pumpkin and Spice. Can you even? It's probably going to be like reading a Hallmark movie, but I am here for it. Love, love, love. I also saw this book called The Cider Shop Rules, which is a mystery, a cider shop mystery book. Definitely going to read that. Like, love, I love that as well. And then the last one that I saw that I wanted to try to squeeze in is called Dark Harvest, winner of the Bram Stoker Award. That's cool. So this is, looks like some kind of maybe spooky Halloween book, but like I am so here for it. I used to love reading spooky books when I was a kid. My favorite, I will never forget this, my favorite book that I ever read, I think I was in 6th grade. It was called, not my favorite book that I've ever read, my favorite spooky book. It was called The Haunting on Cherry Hill, I think, or Cherry Street or Cherry Road. I'll try to find it and put it up here for you. If you guys have young adult kids or young kid, like my 10-year-old, 11-year-old would love this, 12-year-old would love this. But it was like a kid who just moved into this new house and it was haunted and like so good. I still remember it to this day. And I'm like, why can't I still read books like that? Like, no one says that because I'm 40, I have to read like self-improvement books all the time. Like, it's okay to read, you know, a fun, scary novel. So that's what I'm going to do this year. So I will put in the description box some links for some cozy reading lists for you. If you're a person who devours a book and gets through them really fast, then your list can be big. I am a person who goes through a book very slowly, except for the book that I just recently read called 7 Lessons from Heaven. Have never read a book so fast in my life. Such a page turner, couldn't put it down. But I usually take a little longer because I don't always have all of the time to read. I got through A Court of Thorns and Roses through audiobook because I just couldn't keep my attention long enough to sit and just read through it. So anyway, these might just be for aesthetic reasons. I don't know. We'll find out. I hope that they're just lovely and full of fall imagery that just makes me feel warm and cozy from the inside out. Finally, let's talk all things fall food. So fall to me always screams soups and, you know, delicious, warm and cozy meals. My family, they're not casserole people, so I can't really do things like that, but they are soup people, especially if I make a really yummy bread. My mom came and she brought her sourdough starter and she has made 2 loaves now and it's delicious, and maybe I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to do it. She might have to teach me her ways before she leaves, but love soups. And usually we love like a good clam chowder, like love clam chowder. I actually have a cook with me for clam chowder. So good. I also love the sausage tortellini soup. That's probably my favorite. Obviously like a loaded potato soup, but I think this year, one of the soups that I would like to try to make is like an autumn, like butternut squash soup. I do love that one from Panera. It's so good. And I just think that would be really good. I don't know if my family would love it, but we're gonna try. And the other thing that I would like to try to make myself are apple cider donuts. We've never done that by ourselves either. We always go and buy them somewhere, but I think it'd be really fun to make those from home. So definitely gonna try those. We always make pumpkin bread. I make a lot of pumpkin loaves like during the fall season, through the Christmas season too. I actually believe that I have a video, I'll link it for you down below. I have a video that is like my fall recipes marathon, and it has all like the cozy foods that I like to make. So definitely looking forward to that. But I'd like to just try to find a way to use more of like the seasonal vegetables for the fall. And I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe some more different pumpkin things. I'm not like a pumpkin latte kind of gal, but maybe I can find some other things to make with that as well that I will love. If you have a favorite fall recipe or something you think that I have to try, please put it in the description down or in the comments below. I would love to hear it. You guys know I love food and I love to cook, so I'll try just about anything. So just let me know. That, my friends, is our plan for fall decorating as well as fall activities, New England stuff, and food, all that other kind of stuff, and my fun reading list. Probably should get on that sooner than later before all those books sell out, but I really do appreciate you guys coming along with me, and we're probably going to start having fall content towards the end of August, beginning of September. So get excited about it. Last year, I feel like I waited so long that even I was sick of looking at fall because I'd seen so many other videos and so many other content creators just putting out fall things for so long that I was sick of looking at it, and it kind of ruined my own home. So I don't want to do that. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not trying to rush it. It's July and I'm loving it. However, I just want to enjoy it in my home a little bit more. And I think if I just do it a little bit sooner, I'll be able to enjoy it a little bit more. I'm sorry about the lighting coming in and out. We have a super overcast day today and the sun is trying to peek through. But if there's anything I missed or anything you guys think that I need to do, if you're a New England native and there's something you're like, Tiffany, this is like what the locals do, I'm down for all of that. Please give me all of your suggestions. I keep notes in my phone of all types of places we should go, things we should, do, places we should eat. Like, I am here for it. So let me know. And until the next video, my friends, I hope you're taking care of yourselves, enjoying these dog days of summer, and I'll see you in the next one.